Hi guys, it's Peter again. Thanks for dropping by my channel, 5 Minute Brain Hacks. The goal is a smarter you in just 5 minutes. Please remember to subscribe, like this video and leave a comment down below. So today's 5 minute video is about a concept that is possibly more relevant now than at any time since the last pandemic, over 100 years ago. People all over the world are suffering the fallout from COVID-19, and the feeling of loss of control of their lives is now a very real and very damaging reality for many. As bad as the pandemic is for some people, each of us still has a choice to make, and that choice is this: do we still have control of our life, or have we handed over control and become a passive bystander? If you're not a fan of Stoicism, now would be a good time to start reading up. Marcus Aurelius, the famous Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In 1966, the psychologist Julian Rotter, as part of his broader theoretical framework, the social learning framework, developed notions about generalized expectancies, which examined beliefs about how things worked in the world, and one of those notions was called the locus of control. Those with an external locus of control have a mindset that whatever they do doesn't really matter too much. Life will pan out as it's meant to be, and nothing they do will impact on that outcome too much. These people are more prone to depression and don't generally invest 100% of themselves in anything they do. Those with an internal locus of control have the mindset that their own actions will very much affect outcomes in their life. These people tend to have greater success in their life, are healthier, are less likely to smoke, and take more conscious control over their fate. If you want to see where you are on the IE scale, the locus of control scale developed by Rotter, I'll leave a link below so you can do the test yourself. Let's look at a simple example and illustrate the different mindsets at work here. A student gets marks in their latest examination which is below what they were looking for. The external locus of control mindset might look like: the exam had tough questions we weren't taught, the questions were too hard, the teacher doesn't like me, the paper was marked very hard. The internal locus of control mindset might look like: did I really prepare enough? Did I practice the exam questions enough? Did I pay enough attention in class to what the teacher was saying? If you think about the locus of control as a graph, on the horizontal x-axis you have the range of locus of control from 100% internal to 100% external. On the vertical y-axis, you have the measure of control that is felt by people in their lives, starting from 0 low to high. As you start off with those who have a very high internal locus of control, you can see that these people also have a very high control mindset, so they believe that they can affect outcomes in their lives. As you go to the extreme end of the graph, on the horizontal x-axis, you find people with an extreme external locus of control. These people are 100% convinced that their fate is not in their own hands and is controlled by external forces. To be on the extreme right or left is not a healthy place to be, but you do want to be more focused on the internal side. Let's take another example that may be facing a lot of people now during COVID-19. With an external locus of control mindset, you might be thinking, the government is shutting everything down, I can't do anything about what is happening here, I'll just ride it out and see what happens. An internal locus of control mindset might look like: what can I do to prepare for a new way of living? How is COVID-19 going to change the world over the next 2 to 3 years? And what can I do to best prepare for that? In her book, The Biggest Bluff, Maria Konnikova says that the language we use becomes our mental habits, and our mental habits determine how we learn, how we grow, and what we become. Although she was relating to her struggle to learn the nuances of playing poker, the language we use to talk about our lives and events in it is now more important than ever. She goes on to say, our thinking about luck has real consequences in terms of our emotional well-being, our decisions, and the way we implicitly view the world and our role in it. So think about how you might have been affected by COVID-19. Was it just bad luck if you were impacted badly? Most likely. But how do you react to that turn of events is critical. There is no such thing as objective reality. Every time we experience something, we interpret it for ourselves. Konnikova is right in that how we interpret what happens to us is not objective, but very subjective. The challenge is to understand how we interpret that reality. So how do people move on from having an external locus of control to an internal one? Well, the good news is that the locus of control is not fixed. To change it, you start by challenging your broader system of dysfunctional beliefs. Keep track of beliefs when you start thinking about making a decision and the likely impact of that decision. Ask yourself how you may have developed some of the expectations and challenge yourself to just this one time behave as if this is not the case. This is the start of significant change. That's it for today, folks. In these very challenging times, I hope you understand the importance of how you think about control in your life and why it's important to think that you remain in control of your life, whatever the circumstances. I'll leave you with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and leave a like. Thank you. Bye.